That was my only familiar with it. I think we did this one. Yeah, I think we did this one and it was great. I think he re-uploaded it, but I think we took a look at this one. Let me see. I'll remember that first troll if it is with the hole in the bottom. Yeah. I don't remember what this solution was here. But yeah, we did look at this one, unfortunately. It was great. It was absolutely great. I am sad. I pulled this up yesterday because I want at the very end too. I was like, oh, look, a Tutajkk level we didn't play. And then I get in here and I'm like, oh, shit, we played this one. Fuck you. Time to test the memory. Well, we're going to test it for a sec. Because, there aren't too many other levels. But I'm ready. I'm ready for more again. My palate has been cleansed. Oh. Oh. Oh, are you taking song requests now? Are you taking song requests now? Because I have one. Hang on, I have one. I don't know how this didn't get in Team Music World. Don't autoplay. Here you go. I have no good... There's nobody who wants this. Except for me. So the other one's a better idea. But the music from... Oh, I'm supposed to go in there. Music from Blaster Masters Area 3, I feel like was absolutely exceptional. Yeah, Area 3 is great. I wouldn't even say... Oh, no, it's not enterable. Okay. I'm going to turn that off now. Okay. I don't remember, it seems like it might have actually changed a lot. I definitely think that Area 3 is the best track in... Oh, God, really? Oh, wait, we'll be done. Fuck you. No boy kissing tournament. Boys are unkissable. Oh, I was just supposed to not take... No, I was supposed to not run forward immediately. It took me a sec. This actually does seem like it's changed significantly. Yeah, do your Zelda tear. Then make your own Team Music World. And hopefully that'll keep you busy until, Mario Maker 3. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll get lucky and there'll be a big, mouse support update, and we'll see a resurgence in Mario Maker, and then they'll be like, we should do some stuff. No? Weird. Okay. I guess I'll click on it. I guess I'll click on it. I wish the hover would just tell me what it is. Ah. Merengue. Honestly, maybe finishing before the Switch 2 isn't necessarily a goal you need, because... Huh. Oh, we just have to trigger him right away. Okay. That might have been to help with the... Oh, is it public domain? I closed it right away, too. Because I assumed it was video game music, which I also know isn't always stream safe. But I feel like it's generally safer as long as it isn't vocal. I'm struggling here. But yeah, what I was blathering at, It's possible we'll see an update for Mario Maker pretty early, especially since they don't seem to have a lot of other first-party stuff planned. There we go. And if it gets mouse support... Okay. Then it comes back to kind of what it was doing. It seems like he just kind of crystallized the first couple of things here to make a significantly more approachable thing that doesn't have as much futzing around on the way. Can't find a goods troll instead of trash. You looking. Okay, wait. Yeah, I guess I don't love the forced wait, but I remember being confused with the setup initially. This is a lot cleaner and easier to see when it's broken and restart. Because there was definitely some confusion with that initial setup last time. I got confused, but I could see how people could also get really confused. There we go. Am I supposed to take damage? I think I am. What is this? Okay, I do like that that's merciful now. I don't even remember what the checkpoint setup was last time, but that's a lot more merciful. Ithnan, how you doing tonight? Oh, hey. Yeah, I just saw you, right? I remember. I remember because that was weird, because no one has ever said that to me before. Ithnan lives in the same city as me. If I recall, we randomly ran into each other in New World, and then I happened to be streaming. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I know it was New World stuff, and then we were in the same city. But it was pretty weird to hear somebody say in real life, "Hey, you stream on Twitch, don't you?" And be like, "Oh, good. I'm gonna get murdered. I'm definitely gonna get murdered right now." That was my immediate thought. Or kissed. Well, if you're gonna get murdered, you assume that's gonna happen one way or the other. There are no two ways around it. That's gonna happen before or after. I jumped in the wrong place. Yeah, it was off-putting. I think at GDQ you could just be happy about it. Like, oh, that's neat, because you'd assume there's somebody who's just in the community or aware of you in the communities that you're in. It's super off-putting. At least it felt super off-putting. I feel like it's more off-putting when it's out randomly in the world and you feel really small. But maybe you were also really small at GDQ and then it was extra off-putting. Was I supposed to grab it? I don't think I was supposed to grab it, but maybe I definitely was. I was. Yep. Okay. I am sure you mentioned it, but I usually... I can't remember anything for... Oh, that's why the 10 coin was there. I can't remember for shit. And I'm bad with faces. And, you know, parasocial, one-directional camera type of thing. Asynchronous, whatever. Interaction. I yell, and then I read words. I was a little surprised after. I was like, ooh, you know, that's pretty impressive for me. I actually remembered specifically where this one specific person was from, this one specific viewer, but it was also because it was so weird to run into somebody literally in the same town playing the same, like, giant game. But the more I think about that, That might have also been a, that might have been a thing with just them trying to stick people in instances that, or near each other that were in similar geographic areas. I yell and then I read the words. Yeah, that's pretty much how Twitch works. That is weird. It's let me zoom it in here. God, that's weird. It feels like it would be yanking me to the left, but it's not. It's yanking me up. Man, is that weird. I might not remember how to jump. Yeah, that also sounds right. Dislike. Okay. I feel like I have to remember something at some... Oh, I remember this. Yeah. Something with that POW ruined everything. I don't remember what it was, but I remembered something. Good. Yeah, I think we're kind of coming together where things are more or less the same. This was a really fun level, though. But now I'm pretty sure I'm going to remember the rest of it. We'll see. I think it was short as well. Esports. Took off this week to stay away from the big events. That, honestly, is probably a good idea. I generally stay away from saying the exact city that I'm in, but I'm in central Wisconsin, and, you know, there's all kinds of hand-egg stuff that they do in the local area. Rock? Rocks rhymes with box? What the hell even was that? I mean, technically, correct. I really wish that the quotes could also come with context, but that I had to do... Yeah, thank you, I appreciate that. That I had to do some work to get it. That would make me happy. But it would be hard to set that up. I wonder if there's a bot that can do that, that can grab a clip whenever a quote's generated. I'll put that in the project list. Where's the stupid stream project list? See if I can find a bot set up that makes a clip when someone does quote. There, on the list. It'll just take me 3 decades to get to. But also, that's definitely more than enough information. Also, it's not like it's that hard to really find somebody anymore these days. Use the same handle everywhere. I've cyberstalked myself enough just as a security exercise to see, like, using archive.org, you can very, very quickly identify, who I am. Oh, you missed that both ways now. Okay, that was probably in response to me realizing that we could not miss it if we did try to jump there. That probably works better, though. Well, I want the context to exist somewhere so that if we absolutely can't figure it out and I'm really curious, we can go and look. I'll forget again. And the quotes will still be contextless. I don't want the bot to tell you what the context is. But just having it exist so that it could be pulled up, so that you could dig it up, might be even funnier. It could occasionally be even funnier. Yeah, the number of sites that are archiving just everything is absolutely wild. Even my small custom controller thing that I did under the name that I use now is very easy to find, and then from there you can determine where I was at the time, but it's very easy to go from there to figuring out, like, well, now I know your, at least your first name, and this name you used to do business, and then from there you have everything you need. I don't live in the house I own, so it's a lot harder to find my exact. At least as far as I know, it's very difficult to find my exact address. And Heidi's legal name is absurd. And it'd be really hard to find her address, the home that she lives in. That is what the setup is. That's really great. I think that has an extra step than previously, probably to make it a little harder to do it accidentally yourself or less obvious, but I like that a lot. That's great. Yeah, actually, I'm kind of glad we took another look at this. I don't think, I don't think Tuta needs it, but this is really heavy revisioning esports. I own a home that I rent out to a friend of mine for basically the mortgage. He pays a little more than the mortgage in case something happens and to cover fluctuations in the escrow and all that shit. And then I live with Heidi, who also owns a house, who bought a house because she went through the process with me of buying a house and was like, oh, that's easy. And initially she wanted to live in an apartment for a little while on her own. She wanted to do that before we moved in again, because we moved in together pretty early in the pandemic because the pandemic was crazy and she was high risk, and her family members that she were living with were like doing like really dumb drug stuff and got COVID and just a lot of absurdity. Hey, you drop. There we go. Now we can do that. So we moved in so that she would just not die. But when she was looking at apartments, before we were gonna, you know, get a place together, renting a fucking apartment was more than buying a house. So the obvious answer then was, well, I'm gonna buy a goddamn house. I remember this feeling mean or unfair. Oh, that's what it was, wasn't it? Yeah, because we can't put this down soft. Yep. Okay. Oh. Is that a different unfair? I think that might be a different flavor of unfair. I guess we'll see when we get there. I don't remember that moon. I remember it hitting something above me when I tried to carry it out. Have a hard time being civil. Don't like being manipulated. They did it to troll the community for years. Oh, that's nasty. That is actually one of the reasons why I have often avoided advertising too much to IRL people. Own a home in Appleton that you rent out by the river. Rents are bad up here. Appleton has some really nice stuff by the river. That used to be extremely, like, mega rich town. I don't know if it still is now, or if there are other parts of the river that are not. Places by the river, upstream are really, really gross. I really like kayaking and would love to be on the water, but they're terrible. Yeah, that's not surprising. Yeah, rent has gotten just absolutely bonkers. Everywhere. Yeah, I don't want to farm, you know, you do you, but I've never wanted to farm like friends, family, and relatives to be like, come and give me a additional number or interact with me. Like, if you're not interested in watching, you're not interested in watching. That's fine. It's tough for me to watch people play video games. I just want to play video games. So I get it. But yeah, that's the other side of that too, is people you know, IRL too, you have different stakes with, and it's it can be a lot more difficult to moderate and to deal with. I would get super angry if somebody did that to me. Streaming is an MLM, start treating it like one. No, because even if I, like, trick somebody else into doing it, I don't get, you know, I don't get anything. But I think we want to do that because there was a catch up there. Unless that was removed and the moon came in its place? I don't know. Oh, there was a second CP. Okay. Oh! Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember. It wasn't that, it wasn't that it was really short. It was that it was relatively short in between each checkpoint because there was some crazy setup for this. Esports. That apparently has changed? Weird. We don't have any red coins. How did that change? Yeah, I could be getting a lot more for the rental property. Weird. Yeah, I guess I could see, especially like if you're trying to hit that breakpoint with partner or with affiliate, maybe wanting to reach out to get friends and family to help push you over, so you have access to monetization. With partner, I guess that would still be silly. With oh wait, now I can go over. Must just be totally different. Yeah, there must be a totally different setup for that now. Okay. I did feel like somebody might find that by accident, so that makes sense. I thought it was gonna jump with me. Yeah, that was another thing too. I started streaming during the pandemic, and I'm certain I was bitching a lot about family and other people, but I also don't want to have to like self-censor. What's this? Oh, yeah, there was that weird bounce thing here, and then that little anti-soft lock with the mushroom over there. Ooh, dude. I think that was correct. But that said, if one of my family members like dug up my Twitch somehow or poked into it, and they were stupid at me, I would just be like, no, you're out of here. And then they would text me and be like, why did you ban me? I'd be like, 'cause you're a dumbass. But I don't think any of them are really even aware of how the platform works. Oh, wait. Wasn't it this? I think it was this. We take damage, and then it's conditional, and then it's a mushroom. Yeah, there we go. My family does know I have an OnlyFans, but that's only because I knew it would make them unhappy. Originally started streaming to meet friends I could play with. Yeah, there it is. Okay, that makes sense. That, oh, yeah, that's gonna be a lot harder to find by accident, and makes, yeah, that works a lot better than the previous setup. The previous setup was really confusing. Yeah. Adam. Yeah, my family didn't want to do, like, a phone... I'm not really close to my family, but nobody wanted to do phone tree stuff or engage with me, and I'm not gonna beg. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm gonna tell people, like, hey, we should all talk, you know, like people are doing for the pandemic. I don't really talk to anybody, so we should talk. Nope, they weren't into it. I talked to one of my buddies. That's why I started streaming, because one of these guys here wanted to watch me play stuff, and then fucked off after a little while. So I was looking for something else that would let me play stuff and engage with people, and Mario Maker just made sense. But yeah, I wasn't talking to really anybody. I have enough friends, but you know, none of us are phone people. A lot of the people I'm friends with are flavor of the week people who play games I don't want to play, that I'm not interested in at all. Like almost zero interest. So for the first couple of months, I basically talked to nobody. Which makes you go crazy. The streaming was a real helpful thing to get into. Oh, he's supposed to hit me into it. That's funny too. Yeah, I think I remember the rest of the pieces now. I can't imagine there's too much more to see. Most of it'll probably just be optimization, because I think it was pretty clean besides the couple of points that I noticed. The best I can recall, everything else is pretty straightforward. But yeah, I'm not super close with my family. I guess if you were close with your family and they also liked the games that you played, it's not like, especially if you like watch stuff together, that could make a lot of sense. But I know a lot of people who've done that too, where their engagement with their family is that weird +1 thing and just begging for people to essentially patronize them. Oh, that silly little level. Remember when I thought I would remember everything else and I would just sail through it? That was nice. That was a nice thought that I had. Thought's gone now. Yeah, Night Theme just has so much potential jank, too, that it can be really hard to focus on making sure it makes sense, making sure that it works. I do feel like early on, in the beginning, we saw a ton of Night Theme stuff. I thought that it would go in the hole. I thought it would miss me. Yeah, I like streaming. Some games too, like Mario Maker, I couldn't really imagine if I hadn't streamed it, and if I tried to play it without streaming it, I would just be sad like I was with Mario Maker 1. And especially since we don't have the bookmark site, it would be so hard to find good levels in a way that works for me. Hey, hey! I probably can't just go over here either. I probably, no, maybe I can. I'm probably making it harder than I need to. Yeah, I really hope they do bookmarks in Mario Maker 3, but they won't. Maybe, though, we'll get lucky, and they'll do that stupid app that they are so fucking in love with. They will get some Mario Maker stuff going in there. See if we can get some cats back. I want one of them to go in the little bed. Damn it. It didn't go in the thing. But even if they use their stupid app to be like a level browser type of thing, and it's not exposed to the web somewhere, because it probably would be. It would probably just be a fucking wrapper for a web page that we could find. But even if we can't and we have to use the app, it's pretty easy to run Android apps on PCs now. And I use it to run Discord twice for Amazon Vine shit. So it's easy for me to that's how that one works. Just in case you guys are curious how that plays out. But there are a couple other apps that I like just having on my PC. It's easier than having to get my phone out and nicer to have them just there. And it would be pretty easy to set something like that up in a way that we could present for the stream, and also where I could easily, you know, browse it on the computer, which would be nice. Wouldn't be ideal, but it would be roughly equivalent. But that's a kind of fun thought on its own, too, there, Colombit. That could be a reason to want to flesh out the app and to do Mario Maker stuff again, is if they want to do, like, app integration for level browsing and a way to breathe some kind of life into, Oh, it does fall off. Okay, good. You're being a dick. Okay, no, we're fine. We're fine. God damn it. I knew there was something else here, but I couldn't remember what it was. That's what it was. Yeah, that one was clean and easy to understand. I've fallen back into that one too many times. I keep trying to just hop out onto the track a little bit, and it doesn't take me there. Yeah, that gives me a tiny bit of hope that there's other synergies with Switch 2 that we haven't thought about that would be valuable for Mario Maker, and that could be more and more reason why we haven't heard about Mario Maker stuff on the Switch 2 yet. But I hope they do something. Because I do feel like Mario Maker will fall off when we start getting major Switch games. Just because I think old games will be even less attractive as new games come out. Okay, we just trigger it. Apparently Pud is the only one who wants treats. Go. Can we just not bounce these over it? Damn it. This is a very different setup than previously. And now I can't get that and fire, can I? I cannot. Oh. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Puzzle Auntie. Gibbs, how you doing tonight? Little cruel. Oh no, this isn't too bad. Okay, and then that sword. There we go. Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, okay, hang on. I figured it out. Oh, fuck! Oh. Other people could do antis this good if they were, if they tried. That was pretty good. I feel like that's a bigger step than it was last time, too. Yeah, I actually, this is a really good argument for revisiting even like prolific creators' troll levels down the road. Because they might see significant change, and it's even though we just played this, there's a lot of fresh stuff here that was worth touching. Like, I'm glad I stuck it out. I'm glad I did that thing where I refused to put it down because the cube is so small. You absolutely can add your level. And we'll probably get to it. Maybe. It's almost always we'll definitely get to it, and I'll close the queue after when we're close like this. But there's maintenance coming, so it depends on how long the next one takes. But I will close it after that. Thanks for dropping that in there. Either way, we will be back. No. We're just going fast. We will be back tomorrow doing viewer levels again. There it is. That's great. That was really great. I am really glad we revisited that. I should make a note to do that more often. I guess I'll see that sometimes too, if like, especially for prolific creators. Like I was watching through Carl played something that I played a really early version of, and I saw some significant change in there that I thought were really neat. So you get it that way too. But it still might be worth just taking another look. Either way. Oh, God. Oh, no. Just looking, and if Carl's playing it, seeing if I can find it, because that's probably the final version at that point, and then play it again, and then I guess just stop watching anybody play through anything. Give up entirely on other Mario Maker players. Oh, Columbus, let's see what we got here. But yeah, that was great. Yeah, legitimate thanks for dropping that back in there. I was just gonna fuck off, and then I was like, wait, no, it changed. Let's see what else changed, and a lot changed. The CP3 setup too was legitimately pretty confusing in the first place, and like you could figure it out, but now it actually reads like something you would expect. Now it reads really, really, really cleanly what you're doing there.